Hey guys, it's Courtney. I'm actually on Monday this week because I'm kind of on top of things. And this week on Gender Roles Are Dead, we're going to be answering a question that somebody submitted anonymously to Sage on his Tumblr. They asked, "What would you say to a person who is strongly questioning their sexuality and gender? I am so worried about being judged and not accepted by friends and family, and so what am I supposed to do?" It's a really good question because pretty much everybody goes through this. Most everybody has to come out at some point, or and so there's always those fears, trepidations, Um, and my biggest insight that I can bring to this is that people will oftentimes surprise you. So you don't really know how people are going to react, and sometimes the people that you expect to react well react poorly, and vice versa. So like when me and Chris came out, I actually expected my dad to react worse than my mom because my dad is from the country, Texas country boy, simple, grew up, like in a trailer. So when we came out, his only reaction was, okay, whatever makes you happy. And then from then on out, super accepting, has loved every one of our girlfriends, like he didn't care. So that was refreshing. That was awesome. But there's also like my friends or ex-girlfriends or current girlfriends or whatever, where their families or friends didn't react the way that they expected. I know my fiance is terrified to come out. And, you find your true friends when that happens, like people who leave because of who you love, you don't want in your life anyway. And I mean, also, you will be able to kind of make people decide, if they're gonna be like shitty people in these sorts of situations. Like we can, if we're being honest, I was really, really shitty when Chris first came out. When we were in high school, I was having to deal with all these rumors going around about like him dating these girls and back then being a lesbian and like all this other stuff, and I had no knowledge of what was going on, and I reacted pretty poorly because we had always shared everything and he wasn't being open about it, and I didn't particularly like his girlfriend at the time, and I was pretty hateful and I was pretty mean. But I figured it out pretty fast, and so I fixed it. And when he came out as trans, like we had a similar thing where people will turn your sexuality, your life, your whatever issues you're going through, they'll make it about them, and you don't let them. So Chris came out as trans, and my first thing was, fuck, this is gonna change us. This is gonna change my relationship. This is gonna change whatever. And I was really selfish, and that's how a lot of people, they'll internalize, whatever fears they have and make it about themselves. But then I realized, what's gonna make him the most happy, and because I care about him and I love him and I want him to be the happiest he can be, that's it, I say, do whatever you want to do. I think everybody should be allowed to live their lives and be whoever they want to be, look however they want to look, love whoever they want to love, and just, you have one life, so do not apologize for who you are. Be true to yourself, and don't be afraid to come out, but when you do come out and when you do tell people, do it on your own terms, and do it on your own time. You're not required, even if you're questioning things, experiment, question them, but you don't have to have a huge coming out party until you're sure. Or have a huge coming out party and then, like, maybe take it back. Some people do that. But, the biggest thing, too, is don't let anyone else force you back into the closet. Because I don't know if you guys noticed in these introductory videos that a lot of people said they came out and then they went back in. Because society and people will force you to do that. They'll force you to think, oh, I should date these type of people. I did that, where I was like, I need to date men. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to, try at least. And so you do that, and it won't make you happy. Don't do anything that makes you unhappy. So my biggest advice is to take the leap, you know? Take the leap and find the people in your life who really matter and who are, gonna stick it out, stick out the important hard things, because, those are the type of people you want to keep around for, bigger issues, because being gay isn't an issue. And people are starting to see it like that, and they need to see it like that, it's not terrible, it's not the worst thing in the world, it's not even a bad thing. So be proud of who you are, do not apologize for who you are, and just take the leap. And that's all I have to say about that.